Ooh. Oh, I see the source of our slowdown.
Oh my god.
So we're gonna go real slow here and be real careful, but we should be okay. Before we get over to the rhinos, though, if you look on your left-hand side here in the mud, appropriately, is the very sleeping warthog. Santa Claus out here. Cute little things, those warthogs. A group together would be called a sounder of warthogs. A lot of people do call them puma, but it's kind of inappropriate. That doesn't mean warthog in Swahili, and it doesn't even mean pig. It's actually slang, roughly meaning in English, the foolish one. Now, it looks like we're going to have to navigate the Rhino Gauntlet here for a second. I would appreciate that while we're right next to them, you not make any loud sudden noises. Now, white rhinoceros we're seeing here. These are southern white rhinoceros. A couple bond spikes over there. They're cool, but let's focus on the rhinos. About 5,000 pounds, can charge at 35 miles an hour. Pretty dangerous combination to be on the wrong end. Thankfully, they are normally very friendly, almost a little too friendly sometimes as you see here. But the issue we're having here is that rhinos cannot see very well. So we just gotta be very, very careful here because they could just wander right into this truck. Which sounds really cool conceptually, but it's mostly just traumatic for everyone. So, now their horns are not bones. It's a substance called keratin, very similar to your hair and fingernails. As you can see, they're very, very dirty, because even though rhino skin is practically impenetrable, they get sunburns just like you and I, which we can all agree are pretty terrible. So rolling around in mud and dirt will make sure that doesn't happen. Uh-oh. Could you, maybe, like... No? Okay. You really would eat that particular piece of grass. Okay. Because when you're 5,000 pounds, you can do what you want. Alright, we should be solid here. A whole group of rhinos together is called a crash of rhinos. Very appropriately, of course. And just got to squeeze on by you. There's some ostriches chilling over here, very far away from the rhinos. And we are golden. Whew, fantastic. Thanks for your patience, everyone. Now, ostriches, being birds, the largest birds in the entire world that can actually sprint about 45 miles an hour, which makes the ostrich the fastest land animal in the world on 2 legs. These are all 3 females, aren't they pretty? We can tell that because of their gray feathers. Males have shiny black feathers. Yeah, ostriches do have a bit of a reputation, of course, for burying their heads in the ground. That has their problems, but that's not actually a thing. If they did stick their entire head in the ground, they wouldn't be able to breathe, and there'd be no more ostriches. So, what you may see them do, however, is lay down on the ground, use their wings and necks to throw dirt all over themselves, and also clean their feathers. But, you know, they're not actually going to bury themselves. That'd be a little silly. Whew. It's a little bit of excitement there. Only one animal I see here, but it's a pretty cool one. It's called the Scimitar Horned Oryx. Scimitar Horned Oryx, O-R-Y-X. Now, the Oryx is actually found in the deserts of Africa, so its lighter coloration helps it reflect sunlight to make sure it doesn't overheat, but that's not really a problem for the Oryx. That animal over there, the Oryx, is so well adapted to the desert, it can go with no water for about 9 months. You know, very casually. Pretty impressive considering it usually lasts 3 days. However, with all that being said, my friends, we have finally made it through the Harambe Wildlife Reserve at the end of our safari, which is kind of a bummer, but that's alright. I gotta say, there's some pretty cool creatures out there, some of them very close and personal. Hope you got some great photos and videos to remember our trip with, and along the way, I hope you learned at least a few things too. The more we can learn about and understand those beautiful animals, the better we can help protect and coexist with them as humans. It's gonna take people just like you and I to care about and make sure around for generations to come, and working together, we can make sure that happens. It's me a little bumpy coming down the hill here. I suggest you hold on tight for a second. We're dropping all to the warden's outpost in a few moments. As we make our way up there, once you start gathering up all your personal belongings, make sure you take everything off the truck that you brought along with you. Once they get back out there again, especially those rhinos get back on the road, it may be a while before I come back with anything that is left behind. That's not a good enough excuse to leave your kids here. Now, keep in mind our Will's Explorers, you're riding over the Symbol 1, that is the name of my truck. In case you didn't know, Symbol Swahili for lion, because of course it is. And we don't like to say goodbye, it's a good sound of final, but we like the Swahili phrase Kwaherini, meaning to go out. So, go well, Kwaherini friends. If you get time running around out there, have a great rest of your day here at Disney's Animal Kingdom, wherever else those travels may take you. My name is Chris, it's been my pleasure being your safari guide, hopefully we'll see you real soon. Alright, oh, thanks. That's very nice, thanks so much. And there it is, everyone. Watch your step there. Have a great day.